start recording. First it will execute left hand side. A1 is equal to null value, then it is new, then right side it is going to create an object, okay, of type A, then it is going to assign one address to that object. Linear address, okay. Address will be unique and it will let it be P1 at the rate P1, okay. Then it will execute the constructor. What is the job of constructor? It is the job of constructor is to initialize non-static member inside the object. So it is going to, how many non-static member? One, that is test A. The test A will be initialized. Then after that there is one equals operator, okay. When you put equals operator, that address will comes to A1. That address will comes like this, okay. The address will comes to A1. In the previous it was null, then it will comes to that address. Because of this equals, A1 will be holding the address of the object. A1 is not holding the object, it is will be holding the address of the object. Next, what do we have in the next line? We have A1.testA. We have A1.testA not holding the object, it is will be holding the address of the object. Next, what do we have in the next line? We have A1.testA. The address of the object. A1 is not holding the object, it is will be holding the address of the object. Next, A1.testA will comes for execution. What is there in the A1.testA? Okay, A1.testA means, okay, in A1 address is there, address of the object. Go to that address, then call testA method for execution. That is the meaning. Okay, dot means go to that address or go to that context. Okay, then in that method, okay, in that testA method, there is one thing called SOPI. So SOPI will come for execution, then it will explain SOPI. Okay, then what do we have? We have SOPI by. So SOPI by will comes. Let's go to the next level. Now we'll see about the static block. Method. Tell me how to create a static method. Anyone? Guys, am I audible?
By using static keyword.
Yes, static keyword. Next. I don't want to written anything, so let me use void.
Method name.
I want to create a method with, okay, I want to create a method with test B. Okay, test B. Okay, without any argument. In this method, I want to print SOP. Okay, SOP what? Okay, in this method, I want to print I. Okay, let me take one non-static method also called testA. In the testA method, I want to call this method. Is it possible to call this method inside the testA method? Is it allowed in Java? Anyone? Yes, tell me then how to call the static method in this method. Yes, you told me yes. Tell me how.
Class.
Tell me, what is the class name? What is the class name? Test B. A.test. Okay. I have one non-static method. Inside the non-static method, I am calling the static method. Yes, we can do that. In Java, we can do that. Okay. In any language, you can do that. Okay. Now tell me how to call. Okay. Now I want to call testA method, or I want to print I. You tell me how to print I. Here again two options. Okay, two options. In order to print, okay, in order to print I can do like this here also, or I can create an object and then I can call this method. Which method? Non-static method, that is testA method. This method internally will call what? This method. Let me don't get confused. Okay, let me repeat the same. Okay, let me tell you what I have done. Okay. There are two methods. Okay, one is static method called test B. One is static method called test B, and there is one more method called test A. Okay, there is one more method called test A. Okay, inside test A method, the non-static method, I am calling static method. How to call static method? By using class name A dot test B. Okay, this method will call this method, and then this method, when it call this method, it will execute. So I am calling this test A method. Inside the test A method, we are calling test B method. How to call this method first? Tell me. We have to create an object. Okay, first let me remove this. Inside the test A method, we are calling test B method. How to call this method first? Tell me. We have to create an object. Okay, first let me remove this. Now I want to call test A method. Tell me how to call test A method. Anyone? We have already done this in the last example. A create an object. A1
equal to
New test.
new
Test.
new A.
next A1 dot
A1
A1
test.
dot
Test A.
test A. Okay, I am calling test A method, and test A method internally calls static method, that is test B method. So it will give me what? I. Now I want to print I also. So let me.
Println A1. Okay, bye.
Oh. Now output is what? What is the output? Output is what? First it will give me I, then it is going to give me what? Okay, bye. Now memory, come back. This one, any doubts in this program? Any doubts if you have asked? If you have any doubts in the program, we'll see how the memory allocation will happen now. Okay, let us proceed then. If you don't have any doubts, okay, let me. Okay, let me save this first. Tell me how memory allocation happens. Tell me, I will just do it. First, what will load it? Tell me. What is
Test
yes, correct. Test. Correct. What is the test A method? Tell me how memory allocation happens. Tell me, I will just do it. First, what will load it? Tell me.
Static pool.
Not an heap area.
What is it going to load static pool or stack area?
Stack area, sir.
Yes. First is what? Stack area. Yes, stack area. Next, what is the next one? It is going to be loaded. Heap area. Yes.
Stack area, sir.
Yes. First is what? Stack area. Yes, stack area. Just roughly you tell me. If even though if you tell me roughly, that is enough. Next, class loader. What is the job of class loader? Tell me, what is the third one? It is going to be loaded. JVM class loader.
Static methods.
JVM. Let's load JVM. Okay, it will load JVM. Okay, next, what is the next one? It is going to be loaded.
Class
Class loader.
plus static block.
Static members. Static.
Okay. Now tell me. What class loader will do. What is the job of class loader? Now tell me. I don't know.
Load on the
Now tell me what class loader will do.
Static. Static members.
PM. Okay. Next, what is the next one? It is going to be loaded.
class
Class
loader.
loader.
Class loader plus static block.
Static. Static members. Static.
Oh, okay. Now tell me. Now tell me what class loader will do. What is the job of class loader? Now tell me. I don't know.
Load on the
It will load what? It will load static block.
the static members.
Block and class. Inside the static pole. Inside the static pole, it is going to load what? It is going to load. Okay, it is going to load what? It is going to load static members. It is going to load static members or static block. Okay, less static block. Do you have any static block or static members? Yes, we do have one static member. Okay, we do have one static member. Okay, where it will be loaded? Where it will be loaded? It will be loaded. It will be loaded inside the class. Okay, it will be loaded. One static method is there. One static method is there. So class. Okay, it is going to static the class. Okay, it will be loaded. One static method is there. One static method is there. So class. Okay, it is going to static. Okay, one class will be loaded. Okay, inside the class. Okay, one static method is there, so it is going to load one static method test B. Inside the class, it is going to load along with one main method inside the class. Okay, main method. Who is going to do this? Okay, class loader. Okay, where it will be loaded? Where? Inside the static pole.
Name is
See here. The reason why I is not printed now is, okay, we are not calling this method. Which method? TestAM method. TestAM method, where it is loaded? Inside the class, the two inside the static pole. Inside the class, inside the static pole. Okay, but it is not executed. It is not printing I now. When it will print I, when you call that method, when you call test B method, in that time it will go to that class and then it will call that method, then that time it will print it. As of now, it is not printed, it is just loaded, guys. Okay, it is not executed, it is loading. Where it is loaded? Inside the class. Test B method is loaded inside the class A. Okay, now, okay, one this is done. Okay, class is loaded, static method is loaded inside the class. Okay, now is it going to load non-static method now? Who is going to load non-static method? We have one main method. We have one main method, and then we have one non-static method. Who is going to load non-static method? Constructor is going to load non-static method inside the object. Okay, so it is not going to load this method. Now main method. Okay, main method is loaded. Now main method will comes for execution, guys. Main method will comes for execution. What is there in the main method? Now it will execute. Okay, this is we are creating an object in the left hand. Okay, in the next inside the main method we are creating an object. So it is going to create. Okay, first, okay, it is going to create an object. One second. the beginning it will be holding the what? Null value. Type A. 1 second, let me increase the font size. Okay, I think few people have told me yesterday, increase the font size. Please give me a second. Okay, first it will execute left hand side. Okay, 1 second. Please give me 1 second. Let me increase the font size. Okay, I think few people have told me yesterday. A1 is equal to mu A of first left hand side. A1 will be executed. It is going to declare it. Then right hand side, what do we have in the right hand side? We have a new keyword. What is the job of new keyword? What is the job of new keyword?
To create an object.
Create an object of type what? Type. Tell me the type. Object of type.
If
Yes. Yes. And then that's it. It is going to assign one address. It is going to assign one address. What address it is going to tell me? Do you have one static member here?
yes,
What is that? What is that? Tell me. What is that?
yes,
Yes, correct. Test. Correct. What is that? Test A method. Inside the test A method, what it is? We are calling test B method. Test B. We are calling test B method. Then okay, when you type this statement, whenever you call this, okay, when you type this statement, this will be linked, guys. Okay, this will get linked. Okay, which one? This one is going to be linked with like this. 1 second, guys. Give me a second. This is what happens. Compiler will it is done in it will execute this statement. Okay, a1.testa. A1.testa. Before that we have equals operator here. When you put equals operator, the address will comes here. Instead of null. Now is going to print what? We have one more statement. Okay, we have one more statement, that is SOP by so by will be printed. Okay, what is the job of when you call that method? Okay, what is there inside test B method? You may face that issue. So, and then you can just polymorphism, compile time polymorphism, runtime polymorphism.
yes, sir. You want us to copy? You want us to copy this also, or take it?
Yes. Enter Selenium. I will be using Eclipse, guys. Okay. Enter Selenium. I will be working on Eclipse. We will be using Eclipse, guys. We know what is the advantage of Eclipse when compared to Notepad. Okay, it will automatically compile and it will give the suggestions how many methods present in a class, everything it is going to give. Guys, mute guys, mute all that. Vishal, mute. Let us come. we'll be working on Eclipse, guys. Okay, we'll be using Eclipse. We know the advantage of using Eclipse. Like when compared to Notepad, it will compile automatically. You need not to compile. Okay, in when you use Notepad, we have to compile first, then we have to execute. Okay, and also it is going to, if I put dot, it will display how many methods present in a class or in that object. Okay, how many methods, how many non-static methods or static methods present in that class. Everything it is going to display. First thing is, okay, next week Sunday I'm going to show you how to install. Next week Sunday I'm going to show you how to install Selenium. For that I need Eclipse should be there. Make sure that Eclipse is there, and make sure that your Java is working properly or not. And I want browser. Okay, I want you guys to acquiring the properties of, okay, parent class in the child class is called as what? Inheritance. Acquiring the properties of parent class, okay, in the child class is called as what? Inheritance. Now, okay, in inheritance, okay, there are okay, there is one thing called method overriding. Before that, you should know what do you mean by method overloading. What do you mean by method overloading?
So keeping the method name same and changing the arguments present inside the method.
Yes. Name of, okay, whenever whenever the method names are same with the different arguments or with the different types of the argument or sequence of the argument should be different, like that is called as what? Method overloading. We'll see now what is that method overriding. Okay, method overriding means same name, okay, same name with the same signature. Okay, for method overloading, instead of calling like that, I can say that whenever the method names are same, signatures are different, then I can say it as method overloading. What do you mean by method overriding? Method name is also same, signature is also same. Okay, the method which is having the same name with the same signature, but it is going to provide different implementation in the subclass. Okay, method having same name with the same signature but providing different implementation, okay, in the subclass, okay, which is already present in the parent class. Okay, is called as what? Method overriding. See all the remaining. I hope everyone knows the different types of inheritance. Okay, let us take, let me take one class here as usual. There is one class here. In that, let me take one non-static method, void test a method. Okay, in that, as usual, I am just printing what I'm printing what I. I'm printing what SOP I. Okay. I have one class here. In that class here, I'm printing. Okay, in that I'm not printing. Okay, in that class, I'm having one non-static method. This test method is a non-static method, and then let me close this. Okay, okay, that's all about in class here. Now tell me, I want to create one more class. Okay, you tell me the meaning of. You told me acquiring, how to acquire it. Tell me how I want to acquire the properties of A class in this B class. There is one class B. I want to acquire the properties of A class.
Class B extends class A.
Class B extend
Yes, correct. Class B.
Keyword
There is one keyword called extends A. Okay. Okay. Intentionally, I am going to make this class B as empty class. Is it possible in Java? Shall I make this B class as an empty?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Now, shall I execute this class here? Is it possible to execute class here?
No.
Is it possible to execute class B?
No, sir. No.
So, in order to execute, let me take one more class called C. Let me take. No.
No, sir.
No. Possible to execute class A? No.
That's the
No.
main
Is it possible to execute class B? No.
No, sir.
No. So in order to execute, let me take one more class called C. Let me take one more class called C. In that, let me put one main method because I cannot execute class A. I cannot execute class B. So I'm going to use one main method. One main method. And now tell me, is it possible to create an object of B class? Yes. Tell me how to create it. B space B1 is equal to new B of. B is an empty class. Is it possible to create an object of empty class in Java?
Yes.
Yes, we can create it. Yes, we can create. Okay, we can create. Now, in Eclipse, if I put B1 dot, it will give the suggestion. Okay, it will give the suggestion called. There is one method called testa. It will give the suggestion, and you can select. If you click on select, it will select it. It will comes like this. B1 dot testa, but there is no method. Do you have a method in testa? B class.
Yes.
See, okay. Let me create one class here. Okay, let me create one class here. In that, let me create one void, one method. Get one more class. Let me create one more class called B. I'm creating one class called B. Okay, in this class, let me use extends EA class. Class B extends EA class, nothing. Okay, I'm going to create one more class along with the main method. Okay, because B is an empty class. B1 is equal to new. As B, there is no method. But how, from where it is coming? From where the testa method is dot. Testa method is coming. But if you go to test class B, there is no method. But how, from where it is coming? From where the testa method is coming? Okay, from inheritance, that method is coming because that method is present in where? Class A.
Parent class.
Okay, this is what acquiring the properties. This is called as acquiring the properties. Properties means it can be a variable, it can be members. Properties means members. It can be a variable, it can be a block, or it can be a method like that. Okay, that is what I have done here. Okay, A class. Okay, it is coming. Class A is the parent class. Who is the class B? Class B is the child class and class A is the parent class. But here we are calling one constructor. Create it or not, compiler will create it. If you create it, compiler will one keyword called extends. The magic of this keyword is, okay, it will acquire the properties of parent class in the subclass. As soon as you put extends, okay, it is going to put one keyword here like super of. Okay, whenever you put extend keywords, it is going to put this statement super of. The job of the super of constructor is to call parent class constructor. Okay, and there is one rule: the super keyword or super statement, okay, should be always first statement inside the constructor. Okay, it should be always first statement inside the constructor. Whether you put it or not, by default constructor here in class A. No, then which constructor it is calling? Here also same thing. Here also same thing. A of it is going to create one constructor like this. And also here is it going to put there is no keyword called extend keyword. Okay, is it going to put super statement here also? Yes sir. Because in Java every class should be what? Every class should be a child class, guys. Okay, if you are not here, it is going to put one extends, okay, object class like this. It is going to do it. Okay, whether you put it or not, by default compiler will do that. By default compiler will do that. As of now, this is okay. I want you to understand about these things. One thing, whenever you want to extend anything, whenever you want to like this, it is going to do it. Okay, whether you put it or not, by default compiler will do that. By default compiler will do that. As of now, this is okay. I want you to understand about these things. One thing, whenever you want to extend anything, whenever you want to use inheritance, you have to use extend keyword. Because of the extend keyword, okay, there is one statement it is going to put. Compiler is going to put one statement called super of. The job of super statement is to call the parent as constructor. Okay, and then okay, it is going to call the parent class constructor. That is the job of what? Super statement. Whether you put it or not, compiler will do it. Okay, if you don't put it, compiler will do it. Even constructor also, whether you put it or not, every class will have one constructor. Every class, whether you create it or not, compiler will do that. If you don't create it, compiler will create it. Now we will see. Let us come back to the memory allocation. How the memory allocation happens. Now tell me, what is the output? What is the output? B1.testa. What is